This is the LAIZESKE W1000S wireless image transmission system with built-in full duplex intercom system. And yes, it has pass-through HDMI in and out ports and SDI ports, and which goes straight to an in-depth review, understand all the specs and features about this product, get outside and test the range and the transmission distance, and understand if this system is made for your production. Okay, so let's go firstly to design and features. Both the transmitters and the receivers are designed the same, and there are no difference in weight or button layout, just the markings on one transmitter and the other receiver, with the actual HDMI in and out function. This design is pretty standard for this type of wireless image transmission systems, with pretty well laid out buttons. On one side, on and off switch, Type-C 5V 1A power connection, DC-in 6 to 16V connection, and bottom part 1/4 screw mount. Left side 3.5mm full duplex port for headphones and microphone, SDI ports and 2 HDMI ports. On the back you'll have the option to power it via the MPF battery slot, if you want to power the transmitter in this way. In total, 3 ways of powering it: USB-C, DC-in and MPF battery style on the back. Both transmitter and receiver consumes around 7.5 Wh, so a bigger MPF battery could easily last you a whole day of shooting without any problems. They come with really high gain antennas, capable out of reaching up to 1000 feet. 300 or extended 400 meters. And this is kind of the size of the antennas if you want a bigger, longer range. Actually, both the transmitter and the receiver can act as a transmitter and receiver if you want to. They have built-in a really bright OLED screen to control all the functions. You'll get all the specs about your connection status, battery and power connection, temperature monitor and fun on and off visual. Inside the menu system, you are also able to turn off or on the fan to have a noiseless recording. The fans are really not that loud and it will not interfere in your recording. Select the intercom function, full duplex or TD modes. The director speaks while the cameraman listens, or actually turn completely off. VPS pairing with the transmitter and receiver, Wi-Fi connection and image priority, image quality or latency selection. Website, telephone number and language selection. Well, actually I never seen in a menu system a telephone number that you can actually dial. Well, great, you can give them a call if you want. This system can be also used with a smartphone app, and yes, you will be able to have an additional monitoring screen straight from your smartphone. Your smartphone will be actually your monitoring screen, and it will actually expand your possibility when filming in the field. Test the range, we went in a really open field with a line of sight. And yes, we tested at around 300 to 400 meters. And we are out in the MAURO'S films testing ground to test the range, the actual LAIZESKE transmitter and receiver. And I will be now starting to walk and get to a distance up to around 300-350 meters. And this is the monitor, and you can check if there will be some interference while I walk. Let's get started. And now I am around 200 to 250 meters from my setup, and I will continue to walk and check if we get some interference or dropouts of the signal. And now we are around 300 to 350 meters from my receiver. And yes, it's a tiny little spot down there. Actually, yeah, kind of down there. And this is kinda off the limit of this system. Well, let's try just a little more to get around almost 400 meters. And this should be really enough for anybody that's working in this kind of setup, and this should be really enough for anybody using this setup. And yes, we are now at almost 400 meters, and if we get some signal dropouts, this is the limit of this system. I will be now turning back to my setup and get to understand if we got some dropout of the signal. And we didn't have any problems with the connection and latency at the actual stated 300 to 350 meters. So this will be a really excellent system when you need that long distance wireless image transmission system. And now I have around 50 meters left, getting back to my whole rig build setup in the middle of nowhere in this really great sunny day in the middle of the summer. Well, I got a little tired holding up this whole setup. And yes, now I am turning back to the starting point. There you go. The intercom worked amazingly well, and also it works just like stated, 350 meters. That's kind of what we expected. Something that I really like about this system is that you can power it in three ways. Straight from the power port connection, battery MPF style battery on the back, or actually in regular USB-C. So you will have multiple lanes and easier shoot. I would recommend this system to everybody that needs a higher gain, longer range distance wireless image transmission system, and this will work flawlessly. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I will be happy to answer to all of them. Until my next one, thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe with the bearing icon to get notified every time I make new video, and see you on my next one.